This is Neeraj Sharma, your general knowledge teacher. Today in this class we are going to talk about different forest quest, which is given on your page 23 of your general knowledge book for grade 7. Children, what is the meaning of forest quest? Quest means in search of something. So today we are in search of different forests that we are going to study in this particular class. First, moving to the boreal forest. These forests are dominated by pine and spruce trees, and these forests have prolonged winters and get rainfall between 10 and 20 inches. Children, these forests are dominated by pine and spruce trees means most of the trees in the boreal forest are either pine or spruce trees, and these both are the examples of the evergreen trees. Fine, they are green throughout the year. Also, I would like to tell you that these are conical in shaped, the ones that we see while making the Christmas trees. They all are of this shape. And the spruce trees, if I talk about these particular, the spruce pulp, the pulp of these trees is important in the paper industries because they are used, the pulp is used in making paper. Also, these trees, the bark of the trees is used in making the pianos, the boats, etc. Fine. And these forests have prolonged winters. That means they have a very long, very longer time of winters that continues for longer time, and the rainfall between 10 to 20 inches. Children, this is the method of measuring the rainfall. That means if we collect the rainwater on a flat surface and it reaches up to 10 inches or 20 inches, then we say that it is 10 to 20 inches rainfall in that particular area. With the help of this video, we will just visit the boreal forest. Just notice the trees over here. They all are conical in shape. These are either
Canada's
pine
boreal forest
or the
is one of the most
spruce
massive
trees.
and important forests in the world.
Okay. These, look at the trees over here. These are boreal forests. After this, we come to Sierra Nevada. This forest in California provides a diverse range of habitats having 400 species of endemic and 200 species of rare vascular plants. Unfortunately, it is threatened by grazing fire, urbanization, logging, and mining interest. Children, these forests first of all are in California, which is a western US state, and it provides a variety of range of habitats. Habitat means the homes for organisms, the natural homes of organisms, or we can say the natural home or environment of an animal, plant, or another organisms. And the range of habitats, these homes have different 400 species. Species means of a particular similar organisms of a particular category. Okay, of endemic means restricted to a certain place. We have 400 varieties similar endemic that are restricted to one place species, and 200 species of rare vascular plants. Vascular plants are those which are vessel shaped plants which have some hollow surface and they are vessel shaped. So in this, these Sierra Nevada are the forests which are found in California, and these have many homes for 400 species of the endemic and 200 species of the vessel-like plants. Unfortunately, it is threatened. Threatened means they are in danger right now because of the grazing. Grazing means the feeding on grass. The animals feed on grass and there is no grass anymore because of the forest fires, the urbanization, that means the process of making area more urban. the urbanization is going on, the buildings are coming, the industries are coming in the area, the forests are being cut. Logging basically means the process of obtaining the timber from trees by cutting them. So basically this is kind of deforestation. And mining interest. Mining means the process of obtaining minerals or coals from mines. So the mining is done, deforestation is done. With all this area, this forest is threatened. Fine. Next we move to the tropical rainforest. As you can see in this picture, these stay green all round here. These are always green. These forests occur in the hot, wet regions around the equator. They are filled with trees that stay green all year round. It has been estimated that more than half of the world's plants and animal species live in these forests. Children, it has been calculated that most of the plants and animal species are found in tropical rainforest. That means the tropical rainforests are home for most of the plants and animals. And the important thing is that they are found near the equator, where the temperature is hot, because of which the climate here is warm and there is rainfall all around the year. Okay, children, I would like to tell you that there are two types of rainforest. One is tropical, another one is temperate. The tropical rainforests are found near to the equator, as we have studied in this, and the temperate ones, they are found near the coastal areas. Okay, and the tropical ones are hot, and they have three different categories of trees. One, very high trees, they make the canopy in the forest. Then there are the middle trees. The height of the trees is middle, and then come the lower trees, as you can see in this picture. Okay, with the help of this video, we'll try to visit tropical rainforest. This is the tropical rainforest. Here it rains all around the year, and as you can see, the trees are green always. There are more than world's half of the plants and animal species found here. Also, children, this has been called the lungs of the world because it's always green. It provides maximum oxygen to the world. Fine. So this tropical rainforest is also known as the lungs for the whole world. Next, we move on to the Sundarbans. You must have heard this name. This forest is a part of world's largest delta formed by the rivers Ganga and Brahmaputra. The name is said to be derived from the word Sundari, a reference to the large kind of Sundari trees that grow there. It is also the site of a tiger preservation project. Children, what is a delta? A delta occurs where a river enters the ocean. Okay, the Ganga and the Brahmaputra both enter in the Bay of Bengal, and in that particular area a delta is formed where the Sundarbans exist, and the name is derived. This Sundarbans is derived from the word Sundari, the trees from the name Sundari trees, and these trees are the ones that have broader leaves. The leaves are broader, and they are found in this Sundarban forest. Also, this is known as the beautiful forest. The Sundarbans are known as the beautiful forest, and it is also the site of a tiger preservation project. That means we have tigers which are protected in this forest. Okay, preservation means to protect. They are basically the Sundarbans are basically the cluster of low-lying islands in Bay of Bengal, which are spread across India and Bangladesh, and they are famous for their unique mangrove forest. They have the mangrove trees over there. Okay, and we'll visit through the Sundarbans with the help of this video. Hope you like that. These are the Sundarbans. The trees over here are called Sundari trees, which have broader leaves, and this is also a site of tiger preservation. That means tigers are preserved and protected in this forest. Okay, these are all Sundarban. Next we move on to Khao Sok. This famous rainforest in Thailand is said to be over 160 million years old. This is the rainforest Khao Sok, the one you are able to see in this picture. This is in Thailand, okay, which is a Southeast Asian country, and this particular rainforest is said to be 160 million years old. And this particular rainforest is famous for the limestone, and it has approximately 48 mammal species and 311 different species of birds. Okay, we'll just have a visit through Khao Sok. This is one of the best tourist place also. People go to visit this national forest, national park. See how beautiful it is. Now we come to Sherwood Forest, the legendary home of Robin Hood. This forest in England is famous for its wildlife and nearly 1000-year-old ancient oak tree. Children, this is a famous novel, and Robin Hood is the character of that famous novel. He used to live in this forest according to that novel. So this is the legendary home. Legendary means famous home of the Robin Hood, and this forest is in England, and it is famous for its wildlife. Many animals live over here, and it is also famous for this particular tree, which is 1000-year-old oak tree. The one you are able to see in picture. This is 1000-year-old oak tree. This is Sherwood Forest. We'll have a walk through the Sherwood Forest. This is the place where Robin Hood used to live according to his novel, and it has a very old ancient oak tree which is 1000 years old. Sherwood Forest. Okay, this is the oak tree that I was talking about. It's approximately 1000 years old. The one you can see in the video also. Cool. With this, we'll move on to our next forest, the deciduous forest. Found in cool rainy areas, these forests shed their leaves in autumn and grow new ones in spring. Children, these are found in cool rainy areas, the areas that are cool as well as where rain occurs. These forests shed their leaves in autumn. Autumn is the season after summer and before winters. Okay, and grow new ones in spring season. From March to June we call spring season, that means after winter and before summer. These are found in they shed their leaves in autumn time and grow the new one in the springtime, the one you are able to see in this picture. We'll just go through this. And these forests are actually found in USA, China, Asia. They cover up the area of Europe, and also it experiences all the four seasons. Okay, the spring season, the autumn, all seasons are experienced by the deciduous forest, and they are famous for the trees like beech, maple, oaks. Okay, we'll have a visit through the deciduous forest. Just look here. These are the deciduous forests. These are also home to many of the species. After this, we come to the coniferous forest. These forests are found in areas that have moderate to heavy annual rainfall and long winters. These forests are found in areas that have moderate to heavy. That means moderate means average rainfall to heavy rainfall. Either they have the average rainfall or heavy rainfall all the year, all around the year, and long winters where the winters are long. They are similar in shape and height. The trees that you are able to see in this picture, they are almost of same height and shape as you can see over here, and often form a nearly uniform stand with a layer of low shrubs or herbs below. Okay, they all together stand like this. The ones, they all have the same shape and approximately are of the same size. Examples are the pines, the spruces, firs and larches are the dominant trees found here. That means mostly there are pines, spruces, the firs and the larches. All of them they belong to the pine family only. They are conical in shape. The only difference is the pine trees are a bit weak and the spruces are strong. The ones that I told you, which are used for making papers and the pianos and the boards, spruces are used. Then this firs again belong to the pine family, and its needles are actually flat and fat. Okay, and now this also belongs to the pine family only, and these are used for making the gates and doors. Okay, we will have a visit through the coniferous forest with the help of this video. Just look at the trees over here. These all are pines, spruces, firs and larches, which are a bit needle-like. You can notice the trees, they are needle-like. See, notice the trees over here. These are all pine trees. They all belong to the pine families, which are conical in shape. These are coniferous forest. Okay, next we come to the tidbits. The floor of a coniferous forest is usually covered with a thick layer of dead leaves because they take a long time to rot in cold and dark conditions. Just look at both the pictures. These trees, these are the dried leaves, the dead leaves that have fallen down. These are in coniferous forest. Children, the meaning of rot is decay. Okay, they don't decay soon, they take long time to decay. The coniferous forest, as I told you, they shed their leaves in autumn, and these dead leaves take time to get decayed, so they are usually seen the way we are able to see in this picture. They fall like this and they can be seen little brownish or little orangish in color. With this, we end up this session. Just go through the forest and their names. Try to write their names and write the important points, why they are famous, and what kind of trees are there in them. Okay, we'll meet again in our next class. Thank you.